Hello students and welcome to the lecture on Introduction to Artificial Neural Networks. The first lecture in the lecture series for the course of Artificial Neural Networks for Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering students of the 7th semester, Goa College of Engineering. I am Ms. Purti Savardekar, the faculty in charge for this course. Let us begin the course with the question, why? So that we know why we are studying this and we are happily motivated to learn. Probably I don't even have to emphasize the importance of the course. You already know it. Artificial intelligence is one of the most booming areas and finds its application in all the places that try to humanize the machines. For example, voice interaction interfaces like Siri, Alexa, object recognition, character recognition, image recognition, face recognition, security systems, driverless cars, navigation systems, e-commerce apps to find similar items, recommendation systems on OTT platforms, you name it, an AI algorithm is there. But why is the boom happening now? The theoretical ideas, even the algorithms, existed long before. But these could not be implemented because of the absence of large amount of training data and the enormous amount of computational resources that were necessary. But now, because of the advent of publicly available data sets like on the website ImageNet and GPUs, the opportunities are literally limitless. The area is now so powerful, it is almost scary. You would want to know more about and study about such an area. I guess that answers the question, why? Now, let us consider the question, how? So that we have a little bit of an idea as to how we got the machines to become so smart. Let us quickly be proud of the work that has gone into this. Each of the events that I'm going to talk about now has been a milestone in the journey of artificial intelligence. In 1943, McCulloch and Pitts published their classical paper that gave birth to the notion of the Boolean brain. John von Neumann tried to use switch delay elements to design a digital computer using the concept of McCulloch-Pitts neurons. Norbert Wiener's group published a paper suggesting that feedback systems could explain the working of the brain. In 1949, Hebb published The Organization of Behavior that formalized a learning scheme based on the study of synapses. It continues to inspire neural network models even today. In 1950, Alan Turing published the Turing test, which suggested that a computer would be considered intelligent if a human communicating through typed responses failed to distinguish a machine from a human being on the basis of their response to arbitrary questioning, which means if the machine that is responding to the human's typed questions answers the questions in such a way that the human gets fooled and fails to recognize that the response is given indeed by a machine, then that machine is said to be intelligent. That is the Turing test. In 1956, at the Dartmouth College Conference, the term artificial intelligence was coined through a research project proposal by John McCarthy, Marvin Minsky, N. Rochester, and C. Shannon. In 1958, Rosenblatt published the perceptron model, a pattern recognition machine that could learn to classify linearly separable pattern classes using a converging perceptron learning scheme. In 1959, Alan Newell, Herbert Simon, and J.C. Shaw developed a general problem solver that was intended to work as a universal problem solver machine as long as the problem can be expressed as a set of well-formed formulae. It could actually solve simpler problems like the basic Tower of Hanoi, but it was easily lost in the combinatorial explosion while solving real-world problems. In 1969, Minsky and Papert published Perceptron, an essay in computational geometry that praised perceptron for its intriguing learning theorem. For 15 years after that, neural network research receded to the background. But in 1982, Nobel laureate John Hopfield showed that recurrent neural network architectures possess interesting dynamics that can be applied to solve complex optimization problems and problems that involve memory recall based on incomplete information. This, coupled with the rediscovery of backpropagation learning algorithm and publication of parallel distributed processing by MIT, regenerated the interest in the field of neural computing. In parallel, enormous strides were being made in the areas of behavioral psychology and neurobiology. As a result of this multidisciplinary research endeavor, we have now acquired a new perspective on the human thought. I guess this quick peek into the works has kind of answered the how in how did we get here. Let us move on further to the next question. What? By now in this video, we have heard a number of intriguing words and we want to understand what those words mean. What is artificial intelligence? What is machine learning? What are artificial neural networks? Although we are going to dive into these topics in this and the coming semesters, I would like to briefly hint at the concept in the simplest words possible here. Artificial intelligence is the intelligence demonstrated by machines. How? By analyzing its environment and taking actions that maximize the chance of success, of achieving a goal. It is a broad discipline of creating intelligent machines. Machine learning is the study of computer algorithms that improve automatically through experience. Artificial neural networks are computing systems that are inspired by biological neural networks and can learn to perform tasks. As you can see in the diagram, the relationship between all of these is quite clear. At this point, I would like you to read up a little bit about deep neural networks. I'll see you at the live lecture to discuss this further. Thank you.